Hello all, Mr. Steiner here. We're going to go ahead and take a look at revisiting lesson 1-5 on proportions. If you were not here today for this lesson, you can view this video to learn about the concept that we went over in class. So to the left, ladies and gentlemen, I have what we call a proportion. A proportion is a type of ratio that exists as a fraction. So if you look at my example over here to the left, we are trying to solve for a value of x over 45 equal 15 over 24. So the process to be able to solve for the value of x, solve for that solution, is we need to utilize what is called cross multiplication. So cross multiplication meaning I need to multiply the value that are across from each other diagonally. So 24 times x, I could rewrite as 24x. That has to be equal to 45 times 15. So I need to go ahead and multiply 45 times 15. Now, I still want to go ahead and solve for x to get the solution to this proportion. So I need to go ahead and multiply 45 by 16, or I'm sorry, 45 by 15. When I multiply these two values together, 45 times 15 gives me 675. Bring down my 24x. And now I'm going to go ahead and isolate for x. So I'm going to go ahead and divide this side by 24 and this side by 24 as well. So 24 divided by 24 will cancel, leaving me just x. 675 divided by 24 will give me 27. If you would like to pause the video at this time and try the next example, you can. If not, just follow along with me. So next, we're going to go ahead and take a look at another example. So I want to solve for my value of m. What is going to be my solution for m? So I'm going to apply my cross multiplication. I'm going to do 10 times m, which can just be rewritten as 10m. But then I also want to multiply 7 times 14. So 7 times 14. Okay, now that I have this set up, I'm going to go ahead and simplify the 7 times 14. 7 times 14 will give me 98. Bring down my 10m. And now to solve for m, I'm going to go ahead and divide both sides by 10. Cancel out my 10. M is equal to 98 divided by 10 is 9.8. And that is our solution to our second proportion. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and take a look at how to solve a proportion where we don't have just nice, easy numbers inside of the ratio. We're going to take a look at how to solve proportions that have an expression inside either the numerator or denominator. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. So let's go ahead and take a look at our first example. So our first example, we're going to take a look at x over 9 equals 2x minus 3 over 24. Okay, now what's nice is I'm going to go about this question the same way I did the last question. I'm going to go ahead and cross multiply. So I'm going to multiply x by 24. And when I do that, I can multiply x by 24. Just rewrite that as 24x equals. And then I'm going to multiply 9 by 2x minus 3. So when I multiply this side, I need to make sure this 9 gets multiplied by everything, the 2x and the minus 3. So I'm going to set it up for distributive property, like so. Okay, well now think back to our multi-step equations. In order for me to start solving for x, I need to go ahead and distribute this 9 to every term that's on the inside of the parentheses. 9 times 2x is 18x. 9 times 3 is minus 27. Bring down 24x. I have variables on both sides of the equal sign, so I want to go ahead and pick on the little guy. I want to go ahead and get 18x moved to the other side. Since it's positive, I'm going to subtract 18x on both sides. Cancel here. I'm going to bring down the 27, but notice the subtraction symbol here that needs to follow down with it. 24x minus 18x is going to give me 6x. Okay, now I can go ahead and wrap up this equation by dividing each side by 6. The 6's cancel, leaving me just x. Negative 27 divided by 6, that will give me negative 4.5. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go ahead and host one last example here. If you want to pause the video after I write the example and try it on your own, you can. If you want to see one more example, just stay along with me. Let's go ahead and take a look at that last example. Okay, so here's our last example, ladies and gents. We're going to take a look at x over 12 equals 2x minus 5 over 18. Okay, so if you would like to pause the video at this time and try it yourself, you can. If not, stay along with me and you can practice along with me. So we're going to go ahead and use cross multiplication. We're going to look at 18 times x, which I could just rewrite as 18x, equals 12 times 2x minus 5. So I need to make sure this 12 gets multiplied by everything in that numerator. So I'm going to do 12 times 2x minus 5, like so. Now I'm ready to go ahead and distribute. 12 times 2x is 24x. 12 times minus 5 is minus 60. Then I'm going to go ahead and bring down my 18x. Now I know normally I say pick on the smaller guy, get him to one side or the other. But in this case, I already have 18x over here by itself. So I'm going to go ahead and pick on the bigger guy this time. I'm going to subtract 24x to cancel out the 24x and bring it to the other side. So I'm going to subtract 24x. (18x minus 24x will give me negative 6x equals, this is canceled. Notice the minus sign in front of the 60. That needs to come on down. Now I can divide both sides by negative 6. X equals negative 60 divided by negative 6 is going to be positive 10. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you got a lot out of this video, and hopefully you can go ahead and get some extra practice with your proportions today. Bye.